sound has a beginning, has a duration, and it then moves on to another sound, or it dies away. And this is what gives it the human quality. When I talk about the human condition, it is this, that every note is like alive, in the sense that it comes out of nothing, is here, develops, grows, etc., and disappears or gives place to the next one. And for me, this is in a way, the very definition of the human condition, and it is also the tragic element in music through sound. The second but about, if you allow me, about the sound, the second but is that you have a very, very sensitive hand to make so many different colors in the sound. I'm not so sure that all these colors are adequate for this. If you were playing Debussy and think, wonderful for the Debussy preludes to get all kinds of shades and things. I think Beethoven requires that the sound always has a center to it. In the whole aesthetic of that time, and in the German aesthetic, if you want, if I may be allowed a small exaggeration and paraphrase, what is beautiful is automatically has a hint of superficiality. For something to be deep and important, it cannot be beautiful and have color and have ornaments. Okay. Of course, it's a paraphrase what I'm saying. Okay. But be careful that you don't get, this a sound that is only a matter of color and not a matter of substance. Okay. We speak very often about sound in terms of color. This instrument or that voice has a very dark color or a very bright color. I don't think that this is important, and in any case, it only shows how we react to it subjectively. What is objective about the sound is that it has weight, that it starts at a given moment, that it sustains throughout a certain amount of time, and then it dies, and then it finishes. And I think this is what is important. And therefore, for this, the sound, in this music particularly, must have always a center in the sound. And it requires, in that respect, like a language, consonants and vowels. Especially when you start something, the first note, and also after you play, this note must start again, and not. This is a little bit only the end of something. You must be able to make this sound like the end of what has come and the beginning of something new at the same time. And help yourself with the left hand, very discreetly, but to make absolutely clear to the ear that something new, that a new statement has started. Okay. Would you like to start again? Can I stop you now?
Oh, it's okay, absolutely.
See, this is too long. I'm sorry.
Second.
I'm sorry, yeah. 2, 3, 1. And don't lose, Javier, don't lose the expressivity in the sound, in the ornament.
Thrill, okay.
It's not only color.
Según intention, okay.
Always expressivo, always has expressive. There's nothing ornamental in this music, nothing only for color, for impression,
okay.
always with substance, always with expressivo.
Okay.
Yeah, that's better, that's better. Also, there's a very important new element that comes in here. Several important elements. The first one is subito piano, crescendo, and crescendo, and then subito piano means you give the illusion that you are going somewhere else, instead of which you go. But you must have the courage to make the crescendo as if you are going to go to a mezzo forte or to a forte, and then at the last moment, like a precipice, you don't jump.
Okay.
You go to the piano. But if you make it too round, so that at the end of the crescendo, if you play,
No, it's
if you round it like this, for me it is a lack of courage, of going to the end of something, and then it stops. You must with the pedal,
okay.
at the last moment, okay? Then you land on the dominant, right? To go to that. What does he do after that? He puts a melodic transitory note. Has harmonically not a function in the chord. It's and release. Now, there are many aspects. We can talk about this bar for a long time. There are many aspects that are new. One of the aspects, however, that I want to mention now is that until now you had a very steady rhythm, simple rhythm. Now you get an extra expressive element, which is the trill. You must integrate the trill in that, and not play the trill as a mechanical element of one speed. Try to vary the speed of the trill. Maybe you start a little bit slower and then get faster and then slow again, but not. You have a wonderful trill, but it must stay expressed. It's not.
It's a consequence of a melody.
As a consequence of the integral part of the melody.
I know.
Okay, and then and as soft as you are, you must have enough room to then come down before you start again. Okay.
Okay. It's this one, for instance.
I think when you make more crescendo, at the moment that you make more crescendo, I would play a little slower the trill, because it has more time to absorb the increase in volume. Not only.
Okay, reduce it. Okay.
Yeah, this is too abrupt. Once more.
Okay.
Not too short, the last note. That's very good.